So
Recording.
it's going to record it and then I'm going to let everyone in. It might just take a couple of moments. So whilst I'm waiting for everyone to come in, would you love to put into the chat box where you are and maybe one word to describe how you're feeling tonight? That would be amazing. And I'm just going to give a couple of minutes just for everyone to come. In the meantime, my name is Gail Berry. I'm the founder of Blossom and Berry. I'm very excited that you are here today. Even more so because it's the start of spring today. Spring equinox is inbox. So what a beautiful day to be doing this because it's really got this beautiful beginnings, sort of spring energy. Anything's possible. I'm an absolute spring girl, so I'm in my element today. So let's have a look and see where everybody is coming from tonight. Cheshire, feeling springy, like myself, amazing. UK, Chichester, and excited. UK, excited. Laura from Ayrshire, Scotland, excited to learn about Blossom and Berry. Lucinda from Bristol, really interested in enjoying the sunshine. Wiltshire, excited. Patricia, Manchester feeling inspired, Sheffield happy, Swansea, Wales happy equinox to you guys too. Angela from West Sussex, Medina, hi Medina, from California. Mez from Oldham. We have Becca from Ironbridge in Shropshire. New beginnings for equinox, Emma. And to be honest, I'm tired from Perth. Loving your honesty there. And I'm Gail from Essex, and I'm feeling excited and very springy as well. Okay, so I'm just going to introduce what we're going to do tonight. If anyone else comes in, I will let them in. I'm also just going to go live on Instagram as well, in case anyone wants to take a little look at this. So I'm just going to set that up on my phone so I can put this here. We've got some more people coming in. Right. Okay, so I'm going to start this live tonight. So just to introduce you to what this masterclass is all about. So it's about tree babies, which is a very unique program to Blossom and Berry. Just to explain a little bit about tree babies, how it came about. So I've been working with parents and babies for the last 23 years. It's my absolute devotion. I've trained thousands of people to work with parents and babies and to hold space through somatic practices such as massage and yoga. And together, as a global family at Blossom and Berry, we've literally touched the hearts of millions of babies around the world. So our mission is to nurture the future one baby at a time and to bring the focus to babies rather than the focus to adults trying to fix adults, rather really nurture babies into their full potential. And I was very lucky that I was invited to do a TEDx talk at Brighton Dome to 1,300 people on this exact subject. So that's my background. I'm a global expert in baby massage and baby yoga, and I'm the world's leading parent and baby business mentor as well. And I'm the founder of Blossom and Berry. I also have a charity in Malawi, which I give back to vulnerable parents and babies around the world. So Tree Babies came about because of COVID, because during COVID, we weren't able to gather inside, obviously because of social isolation. So I had to think of a way to bring parents and babies together. And I've always spent so much time in nature myself. I have three children, had three children under 3.5, and they're all in their 20s now. So we were all locked in COVID. I was spending lots of time outside, so were they, and I think so was everyone else. I think that was one of the few benefits of COVID was this reconnection to nature. And I realized that one way that we could come together and gather was actually to go outside. So I started Tree Babies really as a kind of response to a lack of community. And what happened was it became so popular that we now have at the moment 300 teachers across the world who are studying or teaching to Tree Babies or our Wild Wellbeing course. So it was a natural gift to me actually from spending so much time in nature every single day. And the program's been absolutely amazing. So, what I want to share with you tonight is a little bit about tree babies to see if it aligns with you, who you are, what your vision is for yourself, your family, also for your community. Everything at Blossom and Berry always has a deeper level to it. So, we are literally here to nurture the future one baby at a time. We work in the first 1001 days of life, which is from conception to two, which science and research tells us this is the most crucial time to help all human beings reach their full potential. What happens to you in the first 1001 days of your life profoundly affects the other 30,000 days of your life. So, this is why we focus here. And obviously, with what's going on in the world right now, with all of the different problems that we're facing with climate change, waste, damage to the environment, fossil fuels, and all of these things, we need to start taking care of our ultimate mother, Mother Earth. And for me, the way to do that is to what I call earth bond babies. So, as well as bonding babies to their parents, to their caregivers, and to their families, is actually to earth bond babies to Mother Earth, so that they realize from the beginning that there is no separation, that they are nature. And so they always have this place of peace, a place of solace that they can go to. And we start this relationship with nature right from the beginning. Now, if you're working with babies or you have a family yourself, you'll know that the main kind of enemy of nature and babies is technology. And it's creeping in more and more and more. So the idea is to take babies away from screens and bring them back into the green. So there's a whole body of work that says just 15 minutes out in nature resets your nervous system for both parents and babies. So just 15 minutes. So this is something that all of us have some ability to access, being in nature or being outside for 15 minutes a day. So it's something that's free, it's cross-cultural, intergenerational. You know, we don't need to label ourselves when we're with nature, because everybody is part of nature. We're all made up of the five elements. There is no separation between us and what we see outside of ourselves. So that's what Tree Babies is about. So it is about holding parent and baby classes, but it has this deeper mission, this what I call Tree Babies Revolution, to be part of a movement to really bring babies into less rather than more, from the head into the heart, from experience over expectation, and into this slowness, to bring parents away from this need to be doing all the time in classes. Because basically what we're teaching babies from the beginning is that we need to keep doing things, that achieving is about doing the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next activity, whereas actually peace and harmony comes from simply being and being present and actually going deeper rather than trying to fit more in. So that's what Tree Babies is all about. Now, normally I don't use slides because, as you can see, I'm very passionate about about Tree Babies and everything I do. But tonight I'm going to just share a little slideshow with you just to take you through this. And this will all be available on replay as well. So we'll send it out to you. So I'm just going to share my screen so we can go through a few things with you. And then at the end of this, there'll be a Q&A. So you can ask me any questions about what's coming up. Okay, so can everybody see this? Can you give me a little wave if you can see this? I can't see you now, so I can't see if anyone's waving at me. Can someone give me a wave? Can you see it? Yay, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Those of you on Instagram, you haven't got the benefit of the slides, but you can have a listen anyway. All right, so let's have a look. So this Tree Babies class tonight is about reconnecting families with nature and building a meaningful business that allows you to spend more time with your business, with your family as well. What I found is the people that love to teach Tree Babies are actually people who love to be in nature, and that actually they're feeling quite disconnected from their like from being in an office and doing, you know, like doing the same things day in day out. They want this freedom. And so many people who become Tree Babies teachers just absolutely love nature, and they have an embodied practice with nature already. So it's like taking your passion, taking what you love doing, moving it into community, building community, making, you know, calling in. So, you know, you're going from the me to the we, you're going into your leadership, and you're helping to create a sustainable community and also a sustainable teaching practice and business, which is what Blossom and Berry is all about. We've been around for 23 years. So this is my life's work, and this is what I would love to introduce you to as well. So let's think about why tree babies matters. Well, as I mentioned before, is taking this nature-based approach to early parenting whilst having a flexible business. So one of the amazing things about tree babies is that it is co-created, because if you work with babies and parents already, you'll know that you can never predict anything. You can't say, okay, at this time, at this place, we're all going to do this, because we have to honour every single baby in that group. And so some babies will be fully present, some babies will need something else, some babies want to cuddle, some babies want to sleep, all of these different things. So there's a level of surrender when you're parenting and when you're holding parent and baby classes. And when you go into nature, this actually goes even deeper into surrender, into the moment, into the beauty, because every single class is going to be different. Every single aspect of the class arises spontaneously. Every single conversation, every single interaction. And this is the beauty that we have forgotten. We're all so busy trying to get somewhere with lots and lots of structure and lots of things that actually we forget to simply be and to connect with what is. And so Tree Babies is really about coming back to a remembrance of the old ways. So I haven't created, I haven't created something new. Standing in circle, sitting in circle in nature is our way of being as human beings. It's a remembrance. It's a returning to conversation, to honoring nature, honoring each other, being present, connecting with our senses, noticing the cycles and rhythms of the year, syncing ourselves up with that, creating a harmonious relationship with yourself, with your child, with your family, with your community, and with nature. So that's why Tree Babies really matters now, I think, more than ever. Because basically, whatever we've been doing isn't really getting us what we want. I was looking at a stat from an organisation in the States called 0 to 3. And currently, 2 children in 10 are being diagnosed. Sorry, 1 child in 10 is being diagnosed with a mental health problem that is under 2. So that is a situation that for me is just not acceptable. To have a growing epidemic of childhood mental illness or challenges to childhood mental well-being. That's not something that I am prepared to accept. So Tree Babies for me is the medicine. As I said, it's accessible to all, it's intergenerational, cross-cultural, so it's the language that we can all tune into. It's the ultimate holding through nature. So that's why it's so powerful and so accessible all across the world, wherever you are tuning into this today. So one of the other problems that I've noticed in baby classes is that there is quite a lot of disconnection from parent and caregivers, because there's lots of things going on. So the focus is on doing activities rather than actually just being connected, tuning in, really creating what I call the love bubble, which is a sacred space between a parent and baby, where you have the 5 key components that actually have been scientifically shown to create a bond between parents and babies. And that's eye contact, sound of voice, exchange of smells, touching, and the production of oxytocin. That love bubble is what actually nurtures babies from the womb into the world in a safe and beautiful way, where babies really are seen and heard. They feel like they're accepted, that they belong. And this is the foundation of infant mental health, and this is what really we need to be focusing on, because infant mental health is everybody's mental health. You cannot look at what's happening with adult mental health without looking at what's happening with babies and children. So modern baby classes can be overwhelming. They are often disconnected in nature. They're in they're in rooms with artificial light and plastic chairs and plastic toys and lots of different things that are going on. There's also lots of different activities happening very quickly, which almost creates like a dopamine hit effect for babies, where There's no integration time. There's no opportunity for babies to have a sensory experience because everything's moving so fast. And it's being led at perhaps an adult pace where adults feel like they're ticking all the boxes because first they did this and first they did that. But actually, what babies want is less. Babies want to just be nested and to very gently uncurl into the world. Yes, they want to interact with everything through their senses, but they also need rest, recovery time, integration time, and ultimately they need that connection with their primary caregiver. And that's what Tree Babies does because it's all based around baby wearing. So the whole time babies are out in nature, they have their safe place, they have their anchor, they have this beautiful connection with their parent or their caregiver, and they have connection with other babies, other adults, and they have it with nature. So they're in this place of absolute safety to explore and be curious. And obviously, what nature provides us with is a huge amount of very beautiful sensory. I don't want to say entertainment, sensory activation, if you like, that actually as human beings we're designed to receive. So, very, very gently, like the sound of the birds today when I was out, it was just absolutely heavenly to hear the sound of the birds, the sun on your face, the sound of the wind in the trees, feeling the bark of the trees, touching trees, touching the grass, all of these different things. They're so gentle and nurturing and designed specifically to make us feel good because, as I said, there is actually no separation between us and nature. So it's just a returning and a homecoming. So the nature nurture principle that we talk about at Blossom and Berry is creating these calm, connected spaces for parents and babies in nature. And for me, that is about bringing parents and babies into circle. So rather than having a class where there's something to do or achieve, this is about simply being, witnessing. We use very gentle opening techniques. We share poetry, we share prose, we have a sharing circle. Everything is very like low key. It's about authenticity, it's about vulnerability, it's about truly getting to know people because nature strips us all of all of the things that we bring, no matter what car you've driven in, where you live or whatever. When you're standing in nature in circle, everyone comes from this equal place and we all have an equal opportunity to drop into our heart space and start to create meaningful, authentic connections, which then feel like a village. They feel like a community. So you're not just going to a class to tick off on a Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. I did my so and so class. It's great to get out of the house, absolutely. I had three children under 3.5, so I know that feeling of wanting to get out and space and everything. But also, we want to actually create community, and that's what nature does. It's a leveler. It creates this calm space where everyone stands together in circle. Everyone is witness. We're not here to fix. We're not here to give advice. We're just here to share and be witness. And there's so much magic that happens in this space. It's absolutely beautiful to be that person to create this space, which is, so few and far between to find that level of vulnerability and authenticity in a world where everything's very transactional and we're moving through different class structures, different terms, different themes, all these different things. Like nature is going to provide something different in every single Tree Babies class. Every single class is going to be different, and that's what's so amazing. And as a Tree Babies guide, you are holding this safe space for everything to just unfold and unravel in a co-created way. It's absolutely beautiful. So, if you wanted to start to become a Tree Babies guide, this is going to give you a lot of freedom. It's going to give you freedom to choose where you're going to hold your class. Like, do you want to hold it in local wood? Do you want to approach private forestry areas? Do you want to work with the National Trust, English Heritage? Do you want to go to local landowners? Do you have a space in your garden nearby? Are there places that are being maintained by your local council? So you can define your space. And many of our teachers, our successful teachers, actually have little Tree Babies camps. So you can also approach forest schools and create a tree babies aspect of the forest school, which is beautiful because those babies are more likely then to go into the forest school. And equally, children who are at the forest school might have younger siblings that can go to tree babies. So there's so much there for you to create around the type of environment in nature that you want to have. You'll be able to attract like-minded parents into your practice. So this is about building community. Largely, people who run Tree Babies classes tend to really vibe with those people who are coming along. And a lot of our Tree Babies teachers do things as well, like give back to community. We have lots of different initiatives like monthly walks, workshops for fathers, like yeah, like wreath making at Christmas, all of these different things. Again, it's about building a community. This is about community based expansion. We're not selling nature to parents and babies. We're inviting them to come together and to receive so much more than a baby class. We're really creating something that is going to be sustainable, and that's really, really important to everything that I do and at Blossom and Berry and the Tree Babies community too. So we want to create meaningful experiences, as I said, dropping into the heart rather than the head, and walking away and really feeling like you have been nurtured by nature and by other human beings. The feeling of feeling, connected, and also taking what you've learned from Tree Babies classes and then making it a regular practice. As I said, we had a campaign last year which was 15 in green instead of your screen. Just 15 minutes outside. It can reset your nervous system and help you get away from technology. So we're creating traditions, rituals, celebrations that come from Tree Babies that actually then bed into families and can actually change the whole vibration of family interests and activities at home. We encourage like a seasonal altar that you can create in your home. Seasonal cooking, all these different things that you can do. Again, it's this slow pace of living and leading the way from this place. And what's really important, as I said, is to create a sustainable community so that actually setting up your business and attracting new parents and babies into your class, it feels effortless because people want to recommend what you do. People don't want to leave. A lot of our teachers, their parents are saying, look, are you doing like tree tots? Like, what's the next thing? They don't want to go. So these are the ways that you create a business really based around the principles of nature. You put the seed in the ground. The seed that we give you is the Tree Babies Guide teacher training, but you get to call it whatever you want. You get to be your own kind of beautiful. We support you fully in your whole journey from the beginning for as long as you want, for life, lifelong mentorship and community. But it's your seed that you put down into your soil, which is your imagination, your vision, your action. And then you nurture that seed, and we nurture you whilst you're nurturing that seed. And then it takes root and it starts to shoot up, and then it starts to create fruit and blossom year after year after year. And that is the absolute principle of Blossom and Berry. And it means no burnout, no pressure, no like sales or anything like that. This is coming from a place of genuine service to parents and babies and to yourself, to your own vision and to how you want to live your life. So sometimes people have fears and doubts about this. They're like, well, how can I do this? You might have imposter syndrome. Can I really do this? Like, have I got the skills and abilities to hold space? Well, the answer is if you love nature, yes, because you're just taking your own passion, your own relationship with nature, and you're offering that to others. We're not forest bathing experts. We're not going foraging. We are holding space for parents and babies in nature. We are honouring the tradition of speaking your truth, storytelling, co-creating through art. We make nature mandalas, all of these different aspects. We're just honoring, like I said, what we've always done. We're helping people to return to this deep remembrance. So you are the perfect person to do this if you're a human being, because innately in your DNA, you know how to do this. But what we do is we really, really encourage you and give you the confidence to do it with our incredible course, which has a beautiful Tree Babies flow with all the different aspects of Tree Babies, which includes mindfulness, breathing. There's a little bit of going out and exploring around forest bathing, coming back and sharing. Then we do create nature mandalas together. We have tea in a very sort of ceremonious kind of sacred way, and then we close the circle. So it's a very beautiful class. It's very natural and it flows, but we will help you to feel confident because we've done this hundreds of times, and we're always improving our course as well. Like, I'm in my business at Blossom and Berry every single day. I am very connected to what's going on, and we're a big community and we share all these ideas together. So we're going to help you shift your mindset if you're not too sure, if you've never had a business before, and build your confidence to do this. And we do that through community, as I said. So we're not just a training provider. We are a global family of thousands of teachers around the world. We are here for as long as you need us. I have students from over 10 years, 15 years who are still in the community, still growing, still coming to retreats, still learning, still helping me to learn from them. So we just grow together. We are an organic, living, breathing family that is here to really, really nurture the future, as I said, one baby at a time. So one of the things, other things that people are worried about is, well, how would I find clients to get started? Well, we help you. We have a very much community-based marketing and collaboration and co-creation, all of these different things, word of mouth. Like, yes, we use social media, but also once you become known in your area for having these classes, they're unique. You will start to have people coming along simply because they want to experience it, and you can hold this space. You can also teach courses, classes, one-offs, retreat days, weekend retreats. You can do sessions for fathers. We have something called Forest Fathers. We have a huge variety of different ways that you can teach, and of course your own way of teaching. You can collaborate with other people. You can try anything out. It's whatever feels good to you. We want to hear about your ideas. We're here to help you, and we're here to infuse you with all the resources that you need to get started. So I've helped thousands of people around the world set up parent and baby wellness businesses. I started 23 years ago as a lawyer in the city, had my daughter when I was 27, had three children under 3.5, and started my business. I had no time because I had three children under 3.5, no money because I'd left my job, no idea whatsoever about business, and I learnt it all through embodied experience, and that's what I teach, is how to balance it all. There's no point in going at 100 miles an hour to get somewhere if you're not enjoying it. So we have this beautiful way of balancing everything in a harmonious way at Blossom and Berry, and that's really, really important. So we will help you do that, and we help you with like all the marketing. We've got all the resources that you need to get you started. We've got a huge Google file. We've got journals that you can print. We've got playlists. We've got meditations. We've got all of our teaching plans. We've done it all, and I really encourage everyone to be authentic in their teaching style. That's why we're not a franchise. This isn't a licensed program. We train you. You stay in the community for as long as you want, but you can be your own kind of beautiful and go at your own pace. So I wanted to share a few success stories from the Tree Babies community. And these are beautiful teachers who started their practice in COVID. So they've been going now for 3 or 4 years. So the first teacher is Laura from Pip and Harris. And I can share some of these Instagrams with you afterwards. She's an amazing teacher. She's won awards for her classes. She's also a wild well-being practitioner. So if you love the idea of tree babies, we also have another course called the Wild Wellbeing Diploma, which includes tree babies, Barefoot Beach Babies, which is all about blue mind thinking and working with parents and babies by the sea or by water. And also, we have something called Nature Natal, which is mindfulness for pregnant people going out in nature to help them to feel more connected. So they're developing that relationship before baby's even born. Because as I said, we know from the science and research, it's the first 1001 days of life, which is most crucial. So that is conception to two. So that's why we have this window. It's a bigger window than just for babies. She also has an amazing community around wild winter nurturings, which is our like our tree babies for the winter, if you like. Because in the UK, the weather is a little bit dodgy from around about November to February. So we have wild winter nurturings to bring tree babies inside during that time, which is like a nature circle but indoors, and we use nature altars and work around the seasonal celebrations there. But she's got a beautiful practice. And as I said, she's won awards. She's super devoted. She has lots of parents that come out with her. She does buggy walks as well. And yeah, it fits beautifully around her family. We also have Nina, Nina Roots, who has a forest call called sorry, Wild Roots with Wings, it's called. And she has a Tree Babies camp that she's built, and it's actually funded by a local trust in Anglesey. So her classes are funded, and she has it as part of her forest school. And the Tree Babies group is really thriving. She has like between 10 to 15 people coming really regularly. It's turned into a whole community that's spun out of the Tree Babies classes, and she's also a steward of our Tree Babies forest. So we're planting a Tree Babies forest in Anglesey, and everyone who joins us as a Tree Babies teacher, we plant a tree on your behalf, and eventually we'll be able to dedicate that Tree Babies forest just to parents and babies as a real sanctuary for them to go to feel really calm and grounded. So she is really amazing as well. And then we also have Moonchild and Ocean. Her beautiful classes are really, really special. She's brought in a lot of like arts and crafts as well around as well as like the actual Tree Babies sessions, which are a little bit more focused around baby wearing. And again, she's developed her practice and taken it in her own direction. And yeah, her classes are really popular. She's spanned it out into longer, like little retreat days and workshops and all different types of manifestations that are in her vision of her wild well-being practice. So they're just three of our teachers that I wanted to really celebrate and show you tonight. So if you're interested in this, what we have at the moment, because it's spring and it's obviously equinox today, we have a special spring offer that is available for you to join us for Tree Babies. So the way that Tree Babies training works is you can study with us anywhere around the world. You can be a teacher in as little as 6 weeks' time. It's a self-study course. It's a very embodied course. It's all about going out into nature and actually experiencing it yourself. There is a reading list, but this is not an academic exercise. It's an embodied experience. So there's lots of going outside, self-reflective practice, understanding the core principles of a Tree Babies class, which, as I said at the beginning, we welcome parents in a circle. We normally share some poetry or some prose. We then do a kind of sharing of how we're feeling. We then come into presence and mindfulness, connecting with the moment through the breath. Then parents and babies go out into nature on their own for 20 minutes and explore individually with their babies. We come back and have a share. Then we do a creative activity together, like a nature mandala, come together for some tea, and then close the session. So, and as I said, some people like bring in elements of dance, some people bring in drumming, some people do more around cooking. Like it's whatever you want to infuse your classes with. It's completely up to you. You can bring in your other talents and your gifts into the classes. So that's the basic structure that we give you, and there's a full teaching plan around it and all of the things that go with it. As I said, Tree Babies journal that you can print out. all different types of prompts, affirmations, really goes deep into wellness for parents, because obviously parents and family is the soil in which the seed, which is the baby, is sown. So when we nurture parents, we're nurturing babies. And when I nurture you as a Tree Babies teacher, you nurture parents who nurture babies. And that's how we make a difference, because love creates love. That's our mantra. We're just passing it on from one person to the other. So everything is included. We also have an amazing Facebook group, and then once a year we get together and have a Tree Babies Day in Essex here at my home. I've got beautiful woodlands, and we go out and we put some of the principles into practice that we've been teaching throughout the year. And it's a networking experience, it's a social, sharing different ideas as well. So you can study online, as I said, wherever you are. It takes about 6 weeks. It's embodied experience, but we do have monthly Q&As to help you with Nina, actually one of the teachers I mentioned here, and also, as I said, an immersive day, normally in the late spring or summer. So that's how we teach you. And then for the spring, we have a special offer on at the moment. And so that until the 31st, if you wanted to join us and harness this spring energy, because in 6 weeks' time, you could literally be teaching. So just, like, what have we got? Easter's in, and like maybe like for half term, the middle half term by May, you could have your teaching practice up. So to encourage everyone and to celebrate everyone joining us, we have some extra bonuses. So we have a retreat masterclass with myself and another incredible teacher of ours called Mel Craven, about how you can run day retreats in nature with parents and babies. We also have a pre-recorded business immersion with me called I Amplify, which is all about stepping into entrepreneurship, but in a very embodied, a service, devotional way. We have our special Tree Babies meditation, which is all about nature of babies that you can gift to your parents and babies. And we also have a playlist which is beautifully put together, which you can share or use in your class depending on how you're staging your classes. We've also got some special seasonal session plans. So I've created different Tree Babies plans for spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And we also have our Tree Babies Nature Journal as well. So all of these things are just included as a spring gift, because this time of year, honestly, it's the most potent, it's the most exciting time to start this, because you've got the rest of the year, you've got all of summer to enjoy, and it's just that beautiful spring energy. So I love it. We normally welcome in between 20 to 25 teachers around this time of year, and then we all travel together, and it's really, really amazing. Spring and autumn, they are my favourite seasons. And also, if you sign up before March 31st, we're going to give you a Tree Babies canopy. It's like a sunshade sail that you can put up in the woods, which makes like a little mini Tree Babies camp, if you like. It's also good for this too much sun in the summer, if we're lucky. Sometimes it's also good for getting rid of the rain, which can also happen in British summer. So that's also included as well. And if you feel like signing up in the next 24 hours, there's also some extra secret spring gifts that I've created for you too, that again you can infuse in your class and also use with your own families if you have children. So that is what tonight is all about, really, is to invite you to join us, to be part of the Tree Babies movement. As I said, it is more than just a training, it's more than just a class. It's really to help to earth bond babies. If you signed up for the masterclass, you will have received the earth bonding booklet that I've written. That type of resource is available for you as part of our course. So everything that I create is yours to give out. If you want to create your own stuff, you can, but we've done a lot of the the big hard work for you. So we've got like the promo videos, we've got the social media, we've got the journal prompts, we've got all of the different things that are ready for you to use. But if you want to create your own stuff, you can. So we try to support you so you can support babies, because parents and babies, because without you, the Blossom and Berry community doesn't reach as far as I want it to. So this is why it's so important that we are in community. And I also believe if you're going to create community, you need to know what community feels like. And so when you're held in community that cares about nature, it's easier for you to actually create it as well. So that's the overview of tree babies. I'm sure there are probably quite a few questions which I would love to take. So I'm just going to have a look. I wasn't looking at the chat going through, so I'm just going to come over and have a look. So any questions, I'd love for you to put them in the chat box. I know for some of you this might be a completely new concept. For others of you, you might be like, oh, I've been wanting to do this for years, but I've never quite known how to do it. We can help you with all of that. Yeah, and I'm just really excited to see how it's all landed with you. So, Mez has put, I'm an early years manager, recently opened the forestry nursery, been working in early years for over 2 decades. You're so right. This is screaming out to me with parents going back into work and the government funding 15 hours for 9 months. Yeah. Do you have any examples of the Tree Babies Forest School? Yes, I can put into the chat in a minute Nina's Tree Babies camp that's part of her forest school so that you can have a look at that. We are a social enterprise nursery. Yeah, I'll pop that in. Are the Tree Babies and the Sea Babies, Barefoot Beach Babies, course linked, or are they completely separate? So Tree Babies is the foundational course, and then from that you can do Barefoot Beach Babies and you can do Nature Natal, which comes under a bigger diploma called the Wild Wellbeing Practitioners Diploma. Now Barefoot Beach Babies is about blue mind thinking, so it goes into all of the science around water, the sea, why the sound of the sea, the color of the sea, all of these different aspects of water really help with our sensory calming and help to prevent a sensory overload and overstimulation. The barefoot part is because you also include a lot about the importance of barefoot walking and being grounded to the earth and how that actually changes your electromagnetic frequency as well. There's some interesting studies that show that babies who are held by parents who've got bare feet standing on the earth calm down much more quickly than if they're inside with parents wearing shoes. Absolutely mind blowing. So, all of that kind of research is included in the course as well. Can you explain what a forest school is? Yeah. So a forest school is it's like an educational setting, but it's outside in the wild, in nature. So everything is the classroom is nature. So it's much more relaxing for children. You've got less like children don't have to sit in one place. They're able to move, they're able to use their senses, they're able to engage much more with the environment and learn from the environment as well. It's really like beautiful like leveling experience for children. It encourages adventure, exploration, curiosity, and is ever changing. Imagine being in a classroom that changes every single moment. It's not even every day, every single moment. So that's what a forest school is, if you're unfamiliar with that. And so Tree Babies is a beautiful kind of like pathway, if you like, in towards forest school, maybe if that's what parents want to choose for their families. Let's have a look here. Abby says, I gave birth to my first child last year and decided to start my own business, Jericho Springs. Beautiful. I have created black and white sensory cards based on nature, and I'd love to collaborate with you. Amazing. I aim to make the business about growth and nature, so I feel your expertise would be beneficial to what I'm trying to create. Yes, I'd love to hear about this. It sounds amazing. Please get in touch with me. Hannah says, do the principles of forest school cross into Tree Babies? No, so Tree Babies is a completely unique concept that I have created. Obviously, I haven't created concepts of mindfulness or breathing or connecting with nature. That is openly available to everybody. But what Tree Babies does is it gives you a structure and a flow, and it gives you the confidence to start. It also gives you community and mentorship and the other people that you're looking for who also believe in what you're doing, which is what Blossom and Berry is all about. That's why we're a family. So, what we're doing is not, it's a really odd way to describe it. It's both progressive, but it's also remembering. So it's progressive because we're moving away from an outdated way of being with babies, which is to put babies into like settings where they're doing an activity, lots and lots of activities, quite mindy things like overstimulation. So we're moving away from that because I personally feel that doesn't serve babies, when actually babies' nervous systems are very sensitive and they really just want to be in close proximity to their primary caregiver. So it's progressive in that it's actually returning back to how we were before all of that started. So it's a stripping away of all of the kind of narrative and the kind of belief that we need to be doing certain things in the classroom, which is happening, and not helping children's mental health and well-being, putting pressure on parents as well. So it's just a coming back, coming home. It's a remembrance, really. So it's a very unique concept, but it's loved. It's loved by instructors, loved by parents as well. And it will become more popular, I'm sure, which is why every Tree Babies teacher is so important to me, because you guys are out there doing the work, you know, bringing my vision to life, and I'm also listening to what you need and creating what you need, on a weekly or monthly basis. So another question here: do you provide guidance on public liability and the things you need to get started? Yes. So we give you information on risk assessment, contacting your local councils, landowners to find, places where you want to teach. We look at some guidelines around that have been taken from forest schools, just with some general guidance and policies. But again, Tree Babies is very, we're not using equipment in Tree Babies. Nothing, there is no equipment at all. We create these beautiful nature mandalas, and then they're impermanent. That's the whole point of it. There's no attachment to any of it. You make it, and then the wind blows and it moves away, or animals come and forage it and take it away. So it's all about, the reason why it's so powerful is because it's such an important thing to show parents, is that everything's impermanent. Like, this too shall pass. Like, it's like the weather, it's sunny and then the clouds come. This is parenting. Like, it one minute is hard, the next minute is fantastic. Nothing is ever the same. Nothing is controllable. It's a whole metaphor for a way of being. It's how I brought up my children, to just be here now. And I have beautiful relationships. All my children still live with me in their 20s. They don't want to leave home, because we have a close, loving bond with them, which is based on pure acceptance of what is. And that's the thing, when you're out in nature, can you find the beauty of the rain? Can you find the beauty of the wind? Can you find the beauty of these different elements? And it's actually a very powerful way to offer some parenting wisdom, but not from us as experts, but from nature, because nature is the ultimate teacher. So yeah, that's why another benefit I feel of the classes, which is different. Anybody else want to ask me some questions? We still have 10 minutes. Who here is excited? Like, who is thinking, oh, this might be quite fun? Because it really is. You get to be in the woods and just have the best time. Hannah's saying, it sounds brilliant. This sounds beautiful. Lucinda, it sounds beautiful. I'm an experienced perinatal peer support worker and also an accredited forest therapy practitioner. I love the idea of linking the two more closely. I also work on an NHS study looking at the well-being benefits of being in nature for mums experiencing mental health difficulties. Are there any Tree Babies instructors in Bristol? There are, actually, and I think I might know this study because I was asked to have a meeting with somebody about it. It was in Bristol. I think I know that exact one. Yes, we were trying to work out how we could bring Tree Babies into it, because obviously research really helps with funding and things like that. So yeah, I think I probably know some similar people to you. Yeah, absolutely. We've got someone saying very excited. Michelle saying she's got to go to bed because but this has been very, very interesting. Thank you. Someone online saying on Instagram, I've already signed up. I've thought about it all day today and I'm going to get it completed now and start to. Thanks for a great masterclass. You are welcome. We've got someone saying exactly what I've been looking for after fostering and encountering menopause. Very exciting. I've been through my menopause as well, and it really is. Nature is just everything. Like with everything in life is seasonal, it's cyclical. This is the perfect time to, as a wise woman, to be bringing this knowledge in and inspiring parents to parent in a different way. How do we sign up? Says Roxanne. You'll be getting the link. I mean, I'll pop the link in here now actually, so you can have a little look. And you can join us. That would be amazing. I'd love to have you. Um, Becca's saying, yes, very excited. I've been a teacher for 30 years and I've been thinking about this way of working for so long. Amazing. Charlie is saying, I've been delivering community baby groups. I've also have a community green space and orchard. Wow. We grow with wildlife in mind. We decided to create a new offering called Baby Grow Wild, and I've been trying to upskill and learn as a way to connect families. It sounds like a great offer. Amazing. I'd love to know more of that. Gemma's saying, I love the sound of this, something that I do with my daughter now. Beautiful. Becca says, could you combine this with fostering? Absolutely, 100%. It would be amazing. Vicky says, this sounds wonderful. There are very limited resources where we live, and having my first grandchild heightens the need to return to nature. I got made redundant today, so this came along at the right time. Yes, amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Emma says, thank you. Very interested. Will the recording be sent to us? It will. Um, I would like to. I'm interested in everything that's been said, but I'm trying to settle a teething baby, so I've missed some parts. Yes, absolutely. I mean, the type of people who become tree babies, it's either people who absolutely love nature, have got a relationship with nature and understand that nature is our greatest teacher. Also, people who are working in well-being, who are also working like in maybe forest therapy or mindfulness teachers. Lots of people who've had babies who are like, this is the class that I absolutely would have loved when I had a baby, but it wasn't available. Also, like myself, like I'm postmenopausal, so I'm really realize now that this is the legacy piece as well. What can I do whilst I'm still here to really bond babies back into nature? Because this is what we need to do. We need to come back into harmony and balance and relationship with nature and be less disconnected through technology. Technology is amazing. We're on technology right now. I'm going to teach you through technology. So I don't not like technology, but I believe in balance and harmony. So that's really important to be teaching parents to do. Medina says, being that I'm in the Nurture Harmonics course, could the two easily transition together? Is it realistic to take both courses simultaneously? Yes, definitely, because with our courses, it's lifetime access. So you don't have to do it in 6 weeks. You could do it in like 6 months. You could do it in 6 years if you wanted to. It's self-paced, self-study. I mark all your work personally, so you always have connection with me and the community. So yeah, it's definitely, if it feels good. Nurture Harmonics, that's one of our other sister courses about sound circles and babies, working very similarly together, moving away again from doing to receiving through sound, receiving through nature. We don't need to keep doing and pushing and all of this like overactivity. It's not good for our brains. Our brains need to rest, especially babies. They need integration space is so important. Sally says, working in public health in areas of deprivation, this is so necessary for mothers and babies. I love the idea. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it can be a park. It could even be, just a space with a garden. And then that encourages people to just have a connection with nature, like grow some daffodils and some pots. Like all of these things is still a connection to nature. It still makes us feel good. Growing tomatoes and eating them, like all these different aspects is really, really powerful. Um, Becca says, is baby massage part of this course? No, that's a separate course. We do baby massage and baby yoga. That's our nurture part. And then our nature part is tree babies and our wild wellbeing practitioner course. If anyone wants to do wild wellbeing as well, you can message me after, like either on Instagram or at gail@blossomandberry.com, and I can give you some details of that. We can also do the spring offer on wild wellbeing practitioner course. If anyone wants to do the full thing, I can honour that and give you all the bonuses on that one. Hannah says, I'm a teacher and I see the effects of child mental health issues and the disconnect children have with nature. It's so vital for children in the era we're in. Thank you for sharing that. Charlene says, this is perfect, just what I've been looking for, nourishing our babies in nature and growing supportive women's circles to sit in and connect together. Brilliant masterclass. Thank you. Absolutely. That is exactly what it's about. It's about circle. It's about village. It's about community. It's about connection. Babies' connection to nature, parents connecting to babies, parents connecting to parents, communities connecting back to nature, and it all starts with babies. That's what I believe. That's why I've put my focus there for 23 years. Nurture harmonics sounds also amazing. Meditation, walking and sound baths have really helped my mental health. Wild well-being sounds great. Amazing. All right. So 5 more minutes. Anyone else got a question? Sounds amazing. Brilliant masterclass. Thank you. There will be lots of details going out for the next 10 days to remind you of the offer and to join us. I would absolutely love for you guys to join me on this beautiful spring equinox energy. Shani says, is there an offer of more than one course? Yeah, you can do wild well-being, and I can honour all of the bonuses that are available on tree babies as well. But I'm here to answer any questions. So you've got the offer is open till the end of March. So please DM me, book calls with me. In fact, I'm going to be really bold and put my phone number. This is my actual personal phone number into this WhatsApp chat. Sorry, into this Zoom. So if anyone wants to WhatsApp me, you can do that. I'm also going to put in here the link to the Tree Babies page. So on here, you will be able to read all about what actually is in the course in more detail. And that will give you like a breakdown, and there's testimonials on there, and there's case study, different case study aspects and everything of that description on there. There's also another recording of this. There's freebies on the website. Like, we've tried to basically give you as much information as we can so that you can make an informed decision that this is the right thing for you. Because if it's the right thing for you, it's going to be the right thing for me. So that's why we at Blossom and Berry, if you go onto our website, you will find we have a lot of information. We have a podcast, we have books, we have blogs, we have case studies. So let me just pop this in the chat. So this is if anyone is absolutely like, yes, I want to join, and you want the extra spring surprise gifts, that is the link to the page, and you will need to sign up for that one in I think it's 48 hours you've got to sign up for that one, and then there'll be some extra bonuses as well. But you'll get the sunshade, you'll get all of the lesson plans, you get the meditation, you get the nature journal, you get the retreat masterclass, you get the 2 day, like, you can look at it in your own time about how to set up a business using the principles that I've used for the last 23 years. That's just a drip, you can drip feed that as and when. And you get to join the community and all of the things. And the day that we'll be meeting will be probably sometime in June in Essex as well. So we do have an aspect of in-person, even though we're learning online. We teach online because we have people all around the world. And actually, the principles are very simple. It's about embodiment, it's about experience, and it's about holding space. That these are the three key elements, and if you have that, then you're an amazing teacher. It's not about like your head, it's about actually how you hold space for people, which is a very beautiful art to learn. Okay, any other questions? We have 1 minute left, otherwise I'm gonna close this masterclass. So I think, well, maybe we'll just close the masterclass. If you just want to just close your eyes, or just lower your eyes to the ground, and let's just take a moment just to really be grateful for us all coming here together, because we've all got a shared vision of the future for this earth. And that is to come back into balance and harmony. And the greatest measure, medicine that is available to us right now is in our arms. It's our babies, because our babies are the future. And, they are going to be the guardians of the earth. And so if we were going to put our focus anywhere, it would be to nurture and really reconnect babies back to the earth. So just really beaming out lots of love and prayers to all the babies, all the children, and that they remember that they be nature and find that reconnection. And if we are able to play a small part in that, then that's a beautiful legacy and a place of leadership to be in. So just really holding that intention and beaming it out and welcoming in all the blessings and the receiving that happens around that as well on this beautiful spring equinox day. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love out into the world. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so if anyone needs me, you've got my WhatsApp there. I'm super friendly. You can message me, DM me. I love to have conversations, and I would absolutely love you guys to come and join and be part of the Tree Babies Revolution. This will be going out on replay tomorrow, so you can catch up on it all. But otherwise, I hope I'll be teaching some of you soon. All right, sending you lots of love. Bye bye.